All right, part two. I've got the decks from the left side around. This is the unfinished one right here. There's two to the left of the box itself. I'll show you guys that, and I've also got a stack of the QR codes. After the video, I can show you all the decks that I've amassed, but I guess I can go ahead and finish the right side. Solosis. Scyther. I don't remember getting one of these on the left side. He's cutting through some grass. It's a bit different than the one in the Obsidian Flames. I swear it looked like he was hovering over the Pokemon Elite Four building in Scarlet and Violet, and this one appears to be cutting through grass, which is where in the in most of the games you could find wild Pokemon. In Scarlet and Violet, it's more of an open world, but it's nice to see Scyther depicted in that way. Skitty, wow, okay. Ruby and Sapphire. Generation. Electabuzz. Another classic Gen 1 Pokemon. Vikavolt. Ultra Sun. Sun and Moon. Ultra Sun and Moon. Great Tusk. Salvatore. Relor. Mariana. Melmetal. I'm glad I've gotten two of these. The other one was holographic just like this. I've never had a Melmetal. Don't know what generation he's from, but by way of him being a steel Pokemon, that card is gonna be, one of my favorites. Looks like this pack, you get the, I talked about this in the first video, where sometimes some of these packs, the Temporal Forces won't open. I hate to say correctly, because they don't ever, there's no right or wrong way, but right there in the Pokemon logo, some of the M is missing. And before I opened it all the way, that part of the pack would be like attached to the opening, and it would cause this kind of weird distortion in the pack itself. I talked about that in the first video, but it happened again there. As I kept opening them, it stopped happening, but it did happen like over 10 times. Rockruff, Layton, Shroomish, Lickitung, Iron Hands. I talked about how I wouldn't mind getting a Iron Thorns like this, where it wasn't holographic. Rescue board. Trying to move right. Sandy Shocks. Fortress. Screamtail. Relicanth, oh my goodness. So Ruby and Sapphire generation. This Pokemon played a massive role in getting to the Reggie Pokemon, Reggie Ice, Reggie Rock, and Reggie Steel. And Ruby and Sapphire, I forgot what role Relicanth played, but you had to dive and not too far from Sootopolis, one of the last gyms in that game, and go to a certain area, you could get Relicanth, and then after you got him, there was something you had to do with Relicanth to get to the Reggies. But really cool Pokemon. Basic energy, fighting basic energy. Bramblin. Girafarig. Roselia. A lot of these Pokemon are in the grass. Wonder if that's like a thing, with Iron Leaves being the featured Pokemon up there. And how originally, before Scarlet and Violet, you'd find, and maybe there are other iterations, clearly. Scarlet and Violet's only like, you know, I've only played Ultra Sun, where you can find Cutiefly and Scarlet and Violet recently, but I'm sure there are other open world games. But traditionally, you would find Pokemon in the grass. There's Bronzong. He appears to be out in the field somewhere in a grassy setting. Screamtail. Excadrill. I like this card. Wiglet. Rattle. Cargo. Some nice holographic cards. A really nice way to depict Macargo. And dark basic energy. I'll go ahead and start a new deck. This one's getting about the size of the other ones. Yeah, there it is. I'll try to open it a bit more so you can see what I'm talking about, but see, there's my finger inside the pack. That was what I meant. There's just a piece that's stuck to the other side. Slugma. Solosis. Scyther. Skitty. Hand trimmer. Rapska. Now, I noticed on the Rellor card, well, actually, I think it's only on the evolutions that they showed the pre-evolution, so what I was about to say wouldn't make much sense, which is that you can evolve Rellor into Rapska which is this card, but it's like a lot of work you have to go through, and it's not a traditional leveling method. That's why I thought he wouldn't. Rapska wasn't depicted on the previous card, but as you can see, like with Fortress here, they got Pineco in the upper left, Iron Valiant. I don't know if you can tell, the art isn't holographic, but the card is. Be him. Excuse me, be him. The Dunsparce. Wow, I really like this one. I don't know if the other one I got was holographic, but this one sure is. And lighting, basic energy, electric, basic energy. I'm sure you can tell my hands are sweaty. I just got out the shower not too long ago, so I'm sorry. I'm still kind of like really warm from that. It would take a while for me to get back to normal temperature. Drillbur. Relor. Ponyta. Gen 1, Generation 1. Just hot. Wow, Zorora. Surely this has got to be rare, even though it doesn't have a star on it in the lower left-hand corner. It's a circle, the diamond that you see, and star. I think there's like 2 other stars that you can get on the same card. But Zorora, I think, was a mystery gift Pokemon at one point. In Ultra Sun, maybe? So he's got to be rare. I like that card. Iron Valiant. Sharpedo. Deerling. Metachan. Nice contrast in the art between the Pokemon and the smoke in the background. Iron Crown EX. Wow, my goodness. So this was, I believe this was the Pokemon on the pack. That was on the pack that I opened. They've got a lot of the future Paradox and past Paradox Pokemon, as in Walking Wake and Iron Leaves. And this one, they have a lot of legendary Pokemon that have Paradox forms, as opposed to Iron Valiant, Iron Thorn, Screamtail, Roaring Moon. There's cards like this that are Paradox Pokemon, but they're like the legendary versions. And Iron Crown is, I'm happy to get this one. Hopefully I can get it in Pokemon Violet one day. There's a lot of Pokemon I have to catch in my Pokedex to get to that point, because I think you have to register so many Pokemon. But really nice Pokemon Ink card. And water, basic energy. There it is, kinda. Except this time I did it in the back. There's my finger. And there's the rest of the, it's like the clear part peeled away from the actual packaging, which is right here. So I really can't pull the cards out without ripping the back open. I noticed some packs, and even the Obsidian Flames were that way. It was like no pack really opened the same. Electabuzz. I like how his fingers look kind of like the Grinch's fingers. I never noticed that about Electabuzz. Bramblin. Kind of like a Starry Night rendition of Bramblin. Giraffe Rig. Rosalia. Full Metal Lab. Golurk. Shaman. Sharpedo. Skitty. Koraidon. I believe we've gotten a card just like this on the left side. We've gotten a one Miraidon card, but it was an EX, but I still like this one though. And Grass Basic Energy. This whole thing has been really fun for me. The Obsidian Flames was fun, and this was fun too. Cottony. Carvana. Ekans. Turtwig. Metagross, wow. How cool is that? It's not holographic, but I might make this card more. This might be my favorite card I've gotten. This and the Feraligatr. Awesome. Again, it's not holographic, but it's still really cool card. Roserade. It's awesome too. Can't wait to put those in a binder together. Hopefully they'll be next to each other. Keldo. I thought this might be a legendary, or if it's not, it's a pseudo legendary, and I don't know about it. I don't know where Keldo. I think there was a movie where he appeared with Darkrai, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I wouldn't take that as being 100% true. Neo Upper Energy, wow. Look at the size of this card. It says A-Spec. I really wish I knew how to play the card game. Stuff like this would be more fun for me to understand, but to put that in a binder, not too far from Metagross, would be pretty cool. Rapidash, Gen 1, classic Pokemon. Drampa. How awesome is this? I think I've gotten one of these already as well, but I do not mind. Never had a Drampa. Dark Basic Energy. Never had a Drampa from, being in, having played Ultra Sun. I never had a Drampa. I forgot his counterpart in Ultra Sun, but that was an Ultra Moon exclusive Pokemon. And if I had a way, in a perfect world, I think I said this when I got it before, if there a way for me to get that in Sun by way of me getting another Nintendo DS and trading it from Ultra Moon onto my Ultra Sun. Actually, I think I did have Ultra Moon at first. I'm not sure, because those games came out and then the Ultra versions came out, I believe. I have Ultra Sun now, but I'm not sure how it started. Maybe I had two. I don't know. Actually, I think Ultra Sun was the only one that I bought. Again, I don't remember playing Sun and Moon, the original. It's been so long. Cutie Fly, Drillbur, Rylor, Ponyta, Cypher Maniacs, Code Breaking, Gigavolt, Great Tusk, Meditite, Solosis, and wow, okay, so this is the first one. We've gotten 2 Koraidons in this. I don't believe I've gotten a Miraidon like this. We've gotten 2 Koraidons that were non-EX holographic cards, the way this one is, but we have not gotten a Miraidon, I don't think, yet. So, really cool card. Really like this one. And Psychic Basic Energy. Pugina. Wiglet. Meltan. Ow, my goodness. That hurt. Okay. C-Dot. Hit my arm on the dresser. I was trying to push my sleeve up. C-Dot. He's making his home in the ocean. Looks like a... What's that game on PlayStation? They launched it. It's like you're this yarn, the character made of yarn, and he uses the yarn to propel himself. I forgot what it's called. It was a big part of PlayStation's marketing campaign back in the day. I never played it, but this is the way C-Dot looks, in addition to him making a home on the beach with some leaves. Iron Jagulis. It's not holographic, but still really, really cool. This is one of the future Paradox Pokemon I just realized I don't think I've gotten yet. Oh my goodness, that hurt. Oh. Okay. Stretch it out. Delmise. Cool to see Delmise. Electivire. Brambling. C-Dot. Whimsicott. And Fighting basic energy. Oops. Chatot. Cottonee. Carvana. Ekans. Looks like he may not be too far from your house where you started at in Scarlet and Violet, so it's nice to see a genuine Pokemon that they try to keep in the Scarlet and Violet universe. Salvatore. Bronzong. Screamtail. Venison. I'll have to make another deck. This one's getting bigger than the other three. Charger Bug. I really like that Ultra Sun. I really like the Sun and Moon is getting some playtime, or some, like, you know, screen time. This reminds me of the Pidgeotto card that I got, and the way the art just blends out into the entire card. In addition to it being holographic, that's nice. Relicanth. Nice. Steel basic energy. Totodile. No, I said I was going to start a new deck. Whoops. Totodile. Deerling. Pidove. I never played with Pidove. I don't know what generation he's from. There was a time. Whoops. Oh my goodness. There was a time when I was in college where there was a number of Pokemon games that came out, and then, and there was also some games before Scarlet and Violet that I never played, so I would say there was probably like maybe 6 or 7 years I never really played. I never got a chance to play some of those Pokemon games. You know, a lot of the stuff before Scarlet and Violet, and then a lot of the stuff after Diamond and Pearl. I never really played. Pineco, Cincino. Don't think we've gotten one of those. It's nice. Sableye. Great Tusk. So he looks so different than the other one we got earlier. Duosion. Latios. Nice Pokemon, legendary Pokemon. Froligator. It's nice, I've got 2 of those. And electric basic energy. Turtwig. Poochyena. Wiglet. Meltan. Excadrill. Now, I've got one of these in Scarlet and Violet, but to give you an example, I have no idea which generation he's from. I think he might be a Sword and Shield Pokemon. I believe some of those games came out when I was in college. I was playing Heart Gold and Soul Silver in high school, so surely that's where Excadrill falls. Zorora. It's awesome. Iron Valiant. Roselia. Bravely. Gouging Fire EX. Surely this has got to be good. It's like a future paradox. Excuse me. Past paradox. What are they called in Scarlet? They're called future paradox Pokemon. Maybe the ancient or past paradox version of Entei. This has got to be rare. I like it though. Really nice card. He's not really depicted on the box itself. I haven't noticed him on any of the packs either. So I don't know how rare he is in this series. Maybe that's like he's a secretly one of the rare cards in this temporal forces. Excuse me, water basic energy. Marwell. Meditite. Watch my arm this time. Turtonator. Hoot Hoot. Morty's Conviction. Shift Tree. Bianca's Devotion. Ribbon. Narrow. Iron Thorns. Grass basic energy. C-Dot. Totodile. Deerling. Pidove. I like how there's like a bunch of watercolor action going on here. I think this is a normal Pokemon. That's how it's being classified, I think. Surely it's normal flying in the game as well. Sharpedo. Metagross. Wow, okay, I'm glad we got 2 of these. There we go. Resurade. It might have been the same order we got them in before. Emperor. Scorch. The Dunsparce. Dark basic energy. No. Build them. Heat more. Roly-Poly. Zoomeril. Roenclis. Explorer's Guide. Guidance. Latias. Poochyena. Hate that we can't see. Iron Leaves, the best we're probably gonna get. Haunter. Melmetal. Fire basic energy. We'll see if we can put these last 3 packs in this one deck. go. Oh wow. Meditate. Turtonator. Kilda. Iron Jagulis. Delmines. Metagross. Wow. This one. Everything but the art's holographic. I think that makes 3. The first one we've gotten, not like that. Bulltund. Iron Crown EX. Wow, sorry I didn't show that. So this might be one of the more. This is. I think this is the same as the Gouging Fire we got earlier. Obviously, this is a Future Paradox Pokemon, and Gouging Fire is ancient, but I believe they're both EX cards. They just look, the artwork's a bit different. I think that's how that works.